Okay, welcome everybody. It's 3 o'clock Pacific time. We want to welcome reporters and editors from around the country. You're joining a live stream of a news conference. We are in the law offices of the Alpert Law Group in Los Angeles. I'm Rob Lear. I'm the publicist. Any follow-up questions, I'm available at the end of this presentation. We are joined here this afternoon by Iroc Avelli, a former LSU football player, one of the former bodyguards of O.J. Simpson, his mother from the home state of Louisiana, his father from Mississippi, and you're from all over, but resided a large part here in California, right?
For many years, yes, sir.
Okay. So you've called us together, and do you want to start with an opening statement and give us some context to why we're here?
Yes, I'll let my attorney introduce himself first.
Yes, thank you all for coming. My name is Jeffrey Alpert, Alpert Law Group. Mr. Iroc Avelli, my client, would like to make some statements for you. Please.
As y'all know, Bloomington, Minnesota charged me with some charges. And they went on public TV and said I was talking to myself. It took me a minute to get focused and come and talk. I'm not a social media person, I'm a very private person. There was many NDAs in that backpack. And newly discovered evidence shows all the charges is frivolous. They wanted that backpack. I've been in prison, went to prison in Nevada in 2002. I would visit many times by LAPD and the FBI due to my NDAs, me being a certified bodyguard. I first met O.J. Simpson in 1988. I was working at Chino Cragen Auto in Chino, California. And we had a connection because of football. Once I started joining a gang, I joined a particular gang in California, and I became a prodigy of Jim Brown, the former Hall of Famer, who got me to start speaking to kids. Use my influence and power for that, not for gang banging, but I will still gang banging. And get to the point, I was more than just O.J. Simpson's bodyguard. I was one of his drug dealers for many years. Law enforcement already know this. The last time I dealt with O.J. was prior to the murders, was for the Rodney King tragedy. And me and a lot of Crips and Bloods came together and we decided to work together, work with each other. And that was in like 1991, whenever the Rodney King. So last time pre-dealings I had with O.J. was in 1991 and 1992. We rekindled our business relationship in 1999. But we're gonna go back. Here's a thumb drive that I was recently interviewed this year by LAPD. I'm gonna let y'all listen to that thumb drive. I'll give y'all a copy. Multiple thumb drives. Bloomington Police Department allegedly took a backpack of mine. It was locked. And to this day, I can't see a warrant for that backpack, especially for the lock. As you see, that backpack is on the wall. There's a black lock on that backpack. And there go the key. Right there. How they get in that backpack? I think the Constitution said they shouldn't have got in that backpack. But I'm gonna tell you what was in that backpack. Why the FBI and LAPD want that backpack? There go a picture that never been released to the media. That's O.J. Simpson laying in a bed in 2018. Store, I don't need to say the store name. There go the picture. There go the receipt to that bed O.J.'s laying in. These never been released to the media. That's the last time O.J. and I saw each other face to face, 2018. And furthermore, here's my receipt from that same store in Las Vegas that me and O.J. used to go to. This never been released to the media and nobody else. Y'all getting it today. So y'all getting it. Do I have PTSD? Listen to the stories O.J. told me. The NDA I hear with the Catholic Diocese. Of course. Do I talk to myself? Sometimes maybe. Do I answer myself? Never. Do I talk to myself when I work out? Yeah, I get another rep in. Was I talking to myself on them thumb drives? Definitely not. It was a narrator. There's many celebrities talking on those thumb drives, recording our dealings with O.J. Simpson. Now, we're gonna go to this, some of these things, some pictures that never released to the media. That's me, that's a friend of mine, right here. That was O.J. Simpson and my same friend. And him and with his dad. People that met O.J., they met O.J. through me. And my phone, which you always see right here, that's a lock. Here's my backpack. Every backpack I carry is locked. Due to the NDAs, I'm under non-disclosure agreements. Now the thumb drive that Bloomington wants y'all to believe, I was talking to myself. Well, I give the media and the whole world my consent, tell them play them for y'all, and see if I'm talking to myself, because the reason why, I got many. And them thumb drives is, as you see, it's all different shapes, all different colors. You do not see all black thumb drives. You see what I'm saying? You do not. All those thumb drives got something to do with O.J. Simpson and my dealings. And they are multi-colors, multi-shapes, and they are old. I do not have the ability and the technology to take conversations off of phones and whatnot, put them on thumb drives. This stuff that they won't release to you guys. In 2001, I was caught trafficking cocaine from the state of Florida to Minnesota. I got caught in the state of Kansas. I got the cocaine from O.J. Simpson. I'm not bringing up nothing else. I'm just saying, I came in and get cocaine. I didn't get the right amount of cocaine. O.J. owed me a lot of money. A lot of money. He had over $250,000 he owed me for cocaine and bodyguard work. Now, as I left O.J. Simpson's house in Florida, 2001, previous to me going down there, the FBI had a recording of me and O.J. and two other people on a phone call. This thumb drive will prove that to you guys. LAPD admitting, the FBI admitting they got an audio tape from 2001, right here, that y'all never know, and I'm not talking to myself. Furthermore, I'm here to express my First Amendment. I'm here to also express my Fifth Amendment. I'm here also due to the Fourth Amendment. I'm also here due to the 14th Constitutional Amendment. Do I got a problem with the system? Yes, I do. Any man of my color, any man of my content and my statute will have a problem with the system. Do I hate all law enforcement? No, I do not. You got good and bad and everything. But as you see this picture right there, look at that date, August the 24th, 2018. That's after me and O.J. met. I recorded O.J. on a silver tape recorder. That's in that backpack. Tell Bloomington Police Department to pay that silver tape recorder for you guys. Matter of fact, you got my consent. Tell Bloomington Police Department in Minnesota to show you the warrant for that lock on that backpack. Not only did they take my backpack, they took my phone and made me sign a release. I cannot hold him liable. I can give this phone to law enforcement. They'll see all the text messages between me, O.J., and 4 more people. They wiped my phone clean in the state of Minnesota. They gave me a Rule 20 based on the state of California, based on the state of Nevada, taking my bodyguard license due to PTSD, because you got to have a psychological fit test to be stable as a certified bodyguard. I don't have that license. All the trauma I've been through, all the stories I've been through, especially listen to the story of how O.J. and others committed those murders. Now, I've been in prison. I've been through a lot of things in my life. My mother was a victim of domestic violence. My dad used to beat on me. And be honest with you, I got my weight up with my hate. Being light-skinned with green eyes, I had to fight. I got racism from dark-skinned people, from white people, from everybody around the globe. So I got my weight up with my hate. I always come in peace, and I will defend myself for my peace. I'm a very solitude person. I'm not a social media person, but I think the people in the media should have the right to know. this case was never over. Get my prison record. My back number 751-5. I was considered a California shot caller in the state of Nevada. If you put up my gang history, I was the guy that put the 1993 gang summits together with the Hall of Famer Jim Brown, Dick Gregory, Prince, Terry Lewis, Jim and Jam, Rockhead from Compton, Big Al from Great. I brought a lot of Crips and Bloods from California to Minnesota, and we met with a lot of Chicago gangs, Vice Lords, Gangster Disciples, Sharif Willis, Nuna G. And we all came for a thing called United for Peace, where we try to get kids to stop gangbanging. Even though I was born down south, I was initiated in the streets of LA to be a Crip. Rode in the 60s. I was born in the 60s. But the thing about it, O.J. knew that. He always knew my influence. But we're going to pass the buck to this right here. It's things that y'all do not know. I don't want to waste y'all time. And I don't want y'all think I'm vengeful at all. Now, when I was leaving Florida with cocaine in the car, I was in a Lexus. You can pull the records up. He got the records showing that I was trafficking cocaine. Someone called me on the phone and said, "Where you at?" I was driving my Lexus, driving to Minnesota with the cocaine. I got pulled over in the state of Kansas. Before I got pulled over, this guy right here, Michael Spencer McClinton, one of the guys that testified against O.J. in the robbery trial, that's the guy that gave me the phone call. That's one of the guys that set me up. One of the guys that testified against O.J. in the robbery trial. He'd been an informant for Las Vegas for a long time. And he also been a guy involved in human trafficking. He's a human trafficking girls from Minnesota to Las Vegas. And my thing is today is why so many guys involved in human trafficking always get a pass and people like me always go to prison. I'm not saying I never should have went to prison before in my life. I did something I deserved to go to prison for. Like the case I got in Minnesota, the same guy that told him about my backpack just got charged with human trafficking and drug possession. And they always get them type of guys passes. Let me tell you something. I'm not saying I was a saint. All money, not good money. I never put cocaine in a kid's hand. Whatever I did it myself. And I took accountability of it. And my mom made me take accountability of it. I done my time. I never talked to get out of prison, federal or state. Even though I was visiting prison numerous of times to say, hey, talk about O.J., talk about this. I never did, I did my time. But I'm here today because Bloomington Police Department wants y'all to think, oh, he got a Rule 20, he's crazy. The state of Minnesota telling me I don't have constitutional rights because of the Rule 20. I mean, my attorney talked to my so-called criminal defense attorneys in Minnesota. They say, well, they don't recognize your constitutional rights because you got a Rule 20. Do I have a problem with the system? Yes. Do I got mental health problems sometimes? Yes, I do. I can admit. It's the people that can't admit. Do I seem like I need to hurt somebody or hurt myself? No, I do not. But the thing about it, I'm not talking to myself on no thumb drives. And due to me not want to be charged for obstruction of justice, I can't let y'all listen to this one. That's an interview with LAPD of this year, admitting that an audio tape do exist of me and O.J. and two other people on the phone, and all these thumb drives here go right back to O.J. in that bed. And tell me right now, have y'all ever saw that picture on the media? That picture was taken by my phone, 2018. That bed come from this store. There go my receipt. And here's the Simpson receipt from the exact same store. So when people keep saying, oh, why they interested? Well, you gotta ask the LAPD that. Ask the FBI why they're interested. Because my affidavit in 2003 talks about me being trafficking cocaine. You can see my charges in the state of Kansas. I beat that case, illegal search and seizure. There it is right there. I got my affidavit from 2003. It's talking about me going to the state of Florida picking up cocaine, which y'all already know the feds is investigating O.J. cartel connection from the state of Florida. People just got arrested in Minnesota from O.J. connection of trafficking cocaine from the state of Florida to Minnesota. That's in the affidavit in 2003, because these two guys that testified against O.J. had already told the feds I was trafficking cocaine. This guy is Michael McClinton Spencer. He testified against O.J. in a robbery trial. He was always a pimp in human trafficking, and he was a confidential informant. This guy is Walter Goldie out of Zenda. Walter Goldie out of Zenda also testified against O.J. He's a confidential informant. And they both helped set me up when I was trafficking cocaine. Detective Cliff Mark, who y'all want to know, robbery, homicide in the state of Nevada. He flew to Kansas City, interviewed me down there. And he already told me why the guy won't get you out the way. Because I used to rob pimps as well. I used to rob them like a mother. We used to lay them down. I used to bring numerous of Bloods and Crips from Cali, go to Vegas, and we would lay them down. And we would take their shoes. Not just their money, we take their shoes, their jewelry. We took some Italian shoes. The same type of shoes that the feds just went to Italy investigating them brutal, them Italian shoes. Gang members don't wear shoes like that. Human trafficking does. But most of the guys that were with O.J. was always involved in human trafficking. Why do they always get passes? I got a lot of friends in prison do not deserve to be in prison. Shook Knight, Shaheed, Muhammad, G. Weed from Compton. They got too much time for who they are, but we do all time. I never in my life ready to get out of prison. Y'all get my visiting law. See how many times they came to the prison. Not once did I say I would testify or cooperate to get out of prison. I did that time. It wasn't easy. But the thing about it right here, on that same day I took that picture of O.J. at his house, he gave his narrative of what, who helped him, who helped. Because we had the same thing, the connection. The guy that testified against him, the guys that helped set me up. O.J. wanted the people to know.
Why are you doing this now?
Why I'm doing this now, to remain silent, be complicit. And why I'm doing this now, my constitutional rights is at stake. I can own up going to prison for something I've done. I'm not gonna go to nobody in prison for something I did not do. Now that gun, let's go to that gun that they say I had. You see that gun? That's the gun they tried to say I had in Minnesota. My federal profile, I can break that gun with my hands. That's a kid's gun. That's a gun they saying I had in Minnesota. Now, I'm a gang member. Why would I have a kid's? A one-shotter. That if I shoot a deer with that, he would beat me up. If I shot at a squirrel in a tree with that, he would throw his nuts at me. But the point I'm making is, that same gun, and of this year, the state witness was found guilty of stealing from his ex-girlfriend. That exact same gun. They're not gonna charge him though, because he was an informant. There it is right there, civil judgment. He admitted to having that same gun, stealing it in 2019. I wasn't even in the state of Minnesota in 2019. I wasn't even in the state of Minnesota in 2019, but they charged me with that gun that he admitted to stealing just now in civil court. His ex-girlfriend got the receipts to it, and her son's name is engraved on that gun. But the thing about it, in that backpack, like I told LAPD, they get anything out that backpack, it'll be considered the fruit of the poisonous tree. Due to so many people telling them I was selling O.J. cocaine, trafficking cocaine. Now, we're gonna go back to a letter from my public defenders in Minnesota. The prosecutor never wants y'all to know they had that backpack. Go to Eve Byron's letter. Right there, and that's O.J. right there. Go up one more. Sorry. Go down. Yeah, keep going down, keep going down. Keep going down. It's right below that. There's Eve Byron's letter right there with the prosecutor saying they never hit my property. They say they never hit my backpack. They say they never hit my phone. Did she go look? No, she did not. She just say, all right. They say they don't have your backpack. Well, you see the backpack in police custody. Tell the police to show you where they got the backpack at the house and who showed it to them. It's the same guy that was texting them in 2021, Will Lapham. The same guy that just got trafficking narcotics and human trafficking charged. He was arrested in July 17 this year. He was charged in August. And that same detective said, I was talking to myself. All of a sudden, he abruptly retired. That one that did a statement in Bloomington, George Detective Harms. He no longer a cop no more because his informant just got hit with Minneapolis, good cops. Minneapolis Police Department just busted that guy. But George Harm abruptly retired. Why he did not play those tapes for you guys and thumb drives, let you listen to them. You hear me? You got my consent. And see if I'm talking to myself. But why I'm going forward this now, first of all, O.J. wanted me to let the people know he wasn't the only one involved. Them thumb drives are proof to that. But I don't want to step on law enforcement toes for no obstruction of justice charges. But I'm letting them know the guy's going to lawyer you up. I mean, the thing that bothers me now, when 15 million people look at a guy like me and say, he's talking to himself. There's no wrong with talking to yourself. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself. Tell yourself to be a better person in that state.
Didn't they rule that you were not competent?
They did.
What did they base that on?
PTSD times 3.
Now, where did you get PTSD?
It's all started from football here. A lot of concussions playing football. Been shot before.
Just being out in the streets and stuff?
Being on the streets.
Okay.
And then also a situation that happened in the state of Nevada with an NDA also as well. And then also due to the stories O.J. told me how the murders happened. I used to take limo drives from Vegas to LA with O.J. and other people. So everything that happened about the murders, he told me. And yes, that conversation is recorded.
So he had the trust in you and confidence that he was able to basically...
Because I was one of his
Right.
drug dealers at first. He didn't have no other choice. I mean, I used to sell him his cocaine. And he knew I was someone not to play with. My record speaks for itself.
Were you supplying him the drugs
I was
for,
supplying him at first, yeah,
for his personal use?
for his personal use.
Okay, but was he trafficking cocaine?
After he got out of prison and moved to Florida, that's when he hooked up with the Colombian cartel.
Okay.
That's when he hooked up with them. I take it back. After he moved to Florida, when he first moved to Florida, after he beat the case in California, he relocated to the state of Florida. He got his connection down there. And then he started visiting me in Vegas, and he hooked me up with a better connection. But I never got cocaine from nobody but him. Okay? I didn't get no cocaine from no Colombian car. I didn't know it was good cocaine. And when I went to prison in 2002, I knew somebody had set me up. And I accused O.J. and the other people setting me up. And I told him, but he didn't want to take my phone calls no more until he caught the robbery trial case. And the police came and tried to get me to testify against him. I would not. But the thing about it, them same guys always say, Iroc. You know, at one time, like I said, I was game bang out, but I'm Muslim. And as a Muslim, it helped me be a better person. And my mom is not here no more, so I miss my mom every day. I want to see my mother again. I don't want to go down there where he at. I want to go up there. So my biggest thing is now, guys, this story is so far from over, you have no idea. I would give you guys a thumb drive to listen to, not over live feed. That y'all know there's a lot more to this than they want to release. I don't want to do no obstruction of justice with LAPD or nor the FBI, because they are in constant contact with me and my attorney can vouch for that. So I'm not going after LAPD at all. I'm just not going after the whole police department of Bloomington. But some of them guys, they did some laws that could answer the questions that a lot of y'all answers. Because in that backpack, it's a lot of NDAs. Now, just cut the guys at O.J. Simpson, a lot of NDAs in that backpack. And it's more than 6 alleged black thumb drives. I mean, look how many thumb drives right here. And I don't think none of them is black, and all of them is old. All these got something to do with O.J. Simpson. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. That's the Catholic dies. I don't know how they would get an NDA for that. That one is black. These two is green. All these got something to do with O.J. Simpson. His own voice is on them thumb drives. His own voice.
Now, these NDAs that you're talking about, are they NDAs when you were working as a bodyguard?
Yes, they
with your
are.
clients?
Yes.
So you can't divulge any information?
Well, since O.J. is dead, I didn't have an NDA with O.J. at State. I had an NDA with O.J. Simpson. So I don't know how that worked out, but my bodyguard license has been taken in the state of Nevada. So I don't have a bodyguard license no more. In Minnesota, you do not need a bodyguard license. Nevada and California, you do. California entertainment is the capital of the world. Nevada is gaming capital of the world. So Minnesota don't require that. But the thing about it, those NDAs with O.J. Simpson also is in this phone that Bloomington Police Department seized from me, and they wiped it clean. But I had everything saved in the cloud. That's the exact phone Bloomington Police Department seized. They made me sign a release form saying I cannot hold them reliable to get this phone back. But they never knew everything was saved in the cloud. Text messages and everything. So I'm quite sure LAPD and the FBI got the tools and the technology to get all that information back. But if Bloomington Police Department purposely deleted it, I don't think that we consider obstruction of justice. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, could be. Because the thing about it, to this day, I caught that case in Minnesota, and they always throw Suge Knight name in every police report I get. No matter what, they're gonna throw Suge Knight name. Suge Knight is a good friend of mine. Suge Knight had an innocent program called Death Row Innocent Program. When I was locked up, Suge tried to get me out. Do I think Suge got too much time? Suge Knight got way too much time. Period. And I'm gonna stand on that. I'm not just here to broadcast him. There's other people like Suge Knight in prison got time with people like, because people like, you know, the guy that's got convicted in New York. You know, they made sure we got time. The same guys, these guys, LAPD do not have their ND, what you say again? DNA?
Right.
Because they are informants. Everybody involved in human trafficking is informants, trust me. And that's why they don't have their, say it again. NDA.
You don't have the NDA.
There you go. I keep saying DA, NDA, means something. Y'all get it right. But like I said, you guys got the right to get my visiting laws from prison. You got my consent. See how many times they visit me in prison and why they visit me in prison. But I did my time. I never had a case in California. I did Fed time, but nothing, no drug cases. But the thing about it, once y'all listen to these thumb drives, I don't know if my lawyer will play some of it now. Y'all want to listen to some of them now?
Is on one of those thumb drives, is that the conversation that you recorded of O.J. Simpson?
I got it right here, but that's the one that I'm due to.
Yeah, that's not content we're releasing.
but
You mean the supposed confession,
You got it right here.
but you're not gonna release it because,
Due to obstruction of justice and ongoing investigation.
is that an LAPD?
Federal.
Oh, okay.
That got to do with the drug cases.
Oh, okay.
The Fed's doing the drug case. O.J. connection.
This one's a recent one.
This one, I can release you this one.
Now, these were conversations you secretly recorded? Or
No, this conversation between me and LAPD here this year, admitting that the audio do exist.
No, the conversation.
Well,
of
O.J.
O.J.'s
Simpson,
confession, was that secretly recorded or?
We're not gonna get into the content of the recording, how it was recorded, etc.
Okay,
but do we have it? Yes, but like for his legal reasons. You know, but like I said, for me to get inside, get that picture of him laying in that bed, that was in his house. That was in his house.
and then those photos just verify the fact that you were present
That's
on
right.
that day
That's right.
in his house.
That's right.
Okay.
And we went to the exact same store. But I don't, as my attorney advised me, I can play my Fifth Amendment right on that one.
Okay, so what can you play for us?
I can play this one. You got the right to listen to this one.
And what is on that?
This is the interview with LAPD this year, admitting that it's an ongoing investigation. Admitting that you guys think it's a case closed. Just because O.J. is dead, Case is still ongoing.
Is that an interview with robbery homicide detectives?
Yeah. Right here.
When did that happen, that interview?
January 7th,
Of this year?
right here. Well, they say you the date, they get their badge numbers, they get everything right here.
We can get you all a copy of it after.
What did they want, or was the discussion? Can you,
I prefer you to listen to it.
okay,
You know, he gonna give you a copy of it. Listen to the whole thing. This is only one of them. So y'all keep thinking I'm talking to myself. Why they still interviewing me? You see my point? If I was talking to myself, why they still interviewing? I'm not bashing them. I'm not trying to step on their toes. It's something they want. It's something in that backpack they want. But that backpack, we cannot find a warrant for that lock and for the backpack. Now, I'm not gonna self-incriminate myself on anything, but I think y'all should listen to this thumb drive. And y'all have my consent to the whole world out there. Chandler's Bloomington Police Department play that alleged thumb drive of me talking to myself. I got a rebuttal for it. I got many. Once they let y'all listen to it, Rob right here, they get y'all these. Rob, with the advice of my attorney, tell Bloomington Police Department to play those for y'all. You got my consent. Tell Bloomington Police Department to share those thumb drives or Iroc Avelli. Now that y'all know my voice. Now that y'all know my voice, tell them to play those thumb drives for y'all. This is judgment for yourself.
but with your case adjudicated in Bloomington, why won't they release the backpack or
They say
Contacts.
it's part of the investigation.
what investigation?
I have no idea. That backpack has nothing to do with the state of Minnesota. That backpack has something to do with the state of Florida, the state of Kansas, the state of Nevada, and the state of California. It has nothing to do with the state of Minnesota. Nothing in that backpack contains contraband. Nothing. It had nothing to do with the state of Minnesota. That backpack has NDA because I'm a certified bodyguard. So I have to have an NDA with my clients. But the thing about it is an NDA there with O.J. Simpson.
They stated that there was no evidentiary value to anything in that.
Tell them to play it. Why they still holding it? Why they won't release it to me? I got my phone back. Every time I get an order for the judge, no, it's for investigation. Good question. But I think that's a question for them. Don't you think? Because I put like this here. I get my backpack back. I'll open up for y'all right in front. Y'all can meet me there. Tell Bloomington Police Department why they were not giving my backpack back. And why, you see that lock on it, you can go back to the lock. And how they get in it, because there's this part.
All right, any other questions?
So your case in
Yeah.
Bloomington, Minnesota was from March 2022, right?
Correct,
Some assault case of some sort?
correct.
Okay, so how is that backpack tied to that case?
I have no idea. They took it that day. It was hidden, locked up in a bedroom, had nothing to do with the case. They took it that day.
So they had a search warrant, take all the electronics,
Not
take
that
the
backpack.
backpack.
They knew that what that backpack contains. From Will Lampum. But anybody want to listen to this here, I got it right here.
Anything else you want to say?
I'm good. Thank you very much for coming. And there'll be more to come, I'm sure.
Stay tuned.
I appreciate that, and I like your questions. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just trying to shed some light as to, you know,
Why? Are we off?
well,
Can be.
not only just why they're still holding on to the backpack, but as far as the recording of OJ's supposed confession.
What's that now?
But Bloomington Police says we've already scrubbed through all of the thumb drives. There's nothing on there. Apparently telling LEP, there's nothing evidentiary value on this.
Tell them to play it for y'all.
They also said he was talking to himself.
There's a narrator.
Also, I'm sorry,